중3 혹은 고1 정도에서 이런 문장이 쉽게 이해되고 말할 수 있도록 하는 것이 목표입니다. Most animal lovers in the city come to the zoo for its convenient location near the bus terminal. The switch on the wall near the door controls all the lights in this room. Most customers on a warm evening prefer a table outside for the fresh air. The other runners in the race behind her are giving up one by one. Students with that kind of daily discipline at home usually improve very quickly. All the tourists in his group are listening carefully to every word he says. The children in the circle are waiting eagerly for the game to begin. The families with young children in the park nearby often join us later in the afternoon. Each item on the list in front of us will guide our daily progress throughout the year. The learners in our class with consistent daily practice show remarkable improvement every month. The police firmly believe that whoever damaged my car will be identified and caught before the end of the week. I need to find out who made this deep scratch on my car and exactly when it happened while it was parked outside. The insurance company will want to know whether the damage was caused intentionally or simply the result of an unfortunate accident in the car park. He needs to determine if the other boy witnessed anything suspicious near his car during the time it was left unattended in the lot. She mentioned that the young man standing nearby had seen exactly what happened to the car and was willing to give a full statement to the police. John asked the stranger whether he had noticed anything unusual happening around the vehicles parked along this particular stretch of the road. Michelle confirmed that she had written down every detail. She could remember about the incident so that nothing important would be forgotten before speaking to the police. We can now prove what actually happened because the footage clearly captured the moment and the exact person responsible for the damage. The judge decided that the offender must personally pay for every repair and formally apologize to the owner before any further legal proceedings could be considered. He finally confirmed that his insurance would cover the full repair cost and that he would not need to pay anything out of his own pocket after all. Staying healthy remains far better than treating illness, even for a pet monkey. My brother's pet monkey suddenly appeared very weak and stopped eating this morning. The vet remained completely calm and gently examined the monkey from head to toe. The young vet stayed patient and spoke softly to keep the frightened monkey still. The situation sounded far more serious than anyone in the family had initially expected. The recovering monkey had grown too weak to eat solid food on its own. The new meal plan looked simple, but proved extremely effective within just a few days. The long, sleepless hours felt worthwhile the moment we saw it slowly getting better. The whole family became much closer through the experience of nursing the little monkey back to health. Everyone in the family feels truly grateful that they acted quickly and never gave up. Falling off the ladder is one thing, walking away with only a minor bruise is quite another. Hearing a loud crash is one thing, actually, seeing someone lying on the ground is quite another. Joining the crowd is one thing, knowing exactly what you are running toward is quite another. Kneeling beside an injured person is one thing, knowing how to actually help them is quite another. Witnessing an accident from a distance is one thing, watching it happen right in front of you is quite another. Offering a kind word is one thing, staying calmly by someone's side until help arrives is quite another. Having a first aid kit on hand is one thing, knowing how to use every item inside it is quite another. Calling for help is one thing, keeping an injured person calm and comfortable while waiting is quite another. Moving an injured person carefully is one thing, making sure no further harm is caused in the process is quite another. Feeling relieved that someone survived is one thing, truly appreciating how fragile life is afterward is quite another. Whatever feelings an elephant shows, joy, grief, or fear, they are just as real as our own. Whatever small comfort we enjoy at home, a caged elephant somewhere is denied even the most basic of freedoms. Whatever you and your friend are discussing, the lonely elephant in the enclosure nearby deserves far more of your attention. Whatever space you give an elephant, it will never truly be enough for an animal born to roam vast open land. Whatever task she is given each day, She approaches it with the same quiet dedication and genuine love for the animal. Whatever pain the young elephant is feeling, John believes that patient human kindness can slowly earn its trust. Whatever food she offers, the elephant accepts it gently from her hand, as if it has known her for years. Whatever hardship the elephant endured during its long treatment, seeing it walk freely again made everything worthwhile. Whatever differences exist between them, elephants instinctively protect and comfort one another within their herd. Whatever we had sacrificed in time and effort to help him recover, his joyful freedom repaid every bit of it. It is surprisingly easy for anyone to become addicted to Diet Coke without even realizing it. It has become very difficult for me to get through a single afternoon without reaching for a cold drink. It is actually quite hard for most people to tell the difference between regular and diet soda by taste alone. It is not uncommon for heavy soda drinkers to develop serious dental problems over time. It is far healthier for young children to drink warm tea than to consume sweetened sodas every day. It turns out to be very common for people who suddenly stop drinking soda to experience painful withdrawal headaches. It may seem harmless for her to have one cold drink on a warm afternoon, yet the habit builds quickly. It seemed like the perfect moment for us to talk honestly about how much soda we had all been drinking lately. It has proven extremely difficult for researchers to confirm that diet soda is genuinely safer than the regular version. It is essential for every student in the class to understand which daily drinks truly support a healthy body and mind. Being prepared for any emergency at any time can truly save your life when it matters most. Running out of battery during a genuine emergency is one of the most helpless feelings imaginable. Knowing how to use every emergency feature on your phone could make a critical difference one day. Mastering basic first aid skills before an emergency actually occurs gives you the confidence to act without hesitation. Carrying a reliable light source at all times proves far more useful than most people ever expect. Learning to use the right technology in a crisis can significantly reduce panic and speed up the response. Staying alert and aware of your surroundings in a public place is always the first step toward personal safety. Planning carefully as a team long before a crisis happens always leads to a far calmer and more effective response. Sharing practical safety knowledge with as many people as possible can genuinely protect an entire community. Keeping at least one reliable light source ready at home turns a frightening blackout into a manageable inconvenience. How to properly care for a giraffe in captivity is far more challenging than most people expect. What an inexperienced caretaker does in the first few weeks determines the animal's trust for years to come. What you are researching about giraffe behavior online will help you make much better decisions at the sanctuary. How a caretaker handles a young animal in those early moments shapes its entire relationship with humans afterward. Who she contacts for expert advice on giraffe nutrition could make a significant difference to the animal's recovery. Where he transports the giraffe for its medical checkup has been carefully planned by the entire veterinary team. How much money she raises at today's event will directly determine the quality of the new giraffe enclosure. What the senior zookeeper decides in the next few minutes will affect the young giraffe's health significantly. How wide and tall the enclosure is built matters enormously for the long-term well-being of such a tall animal. Why giraffes remain so endlessly fascinating to every visitor who sees them up close is truly difficult to explain. What the twins chose to question before believing turned out to be a very wise habit indeed. What I am sharing with them today is something I have been thinking about for a very long time. What you are describing so clearly is finally helping everyone understand a situation they found deeply confusing. What appears on the screen is solid evidence that completely changes everything his friend had previously believed. What her friends just revealed to her was the last thing she ever expected to hear from people she trusted. What John is proposing to the group turns out to be a far more creative solution than anyone else had considered. What she is hearing from me today clearly matches everything she has quietly believed in her heart for years. What finally brought this group of very different people together was a simple shared desire to do the right thing. What passed between them in that one quiet moment said far more than any words could ever have expressed. What truly matters in life is not wealth or success, but the warmth of the people who have always believed in you. That a child's bicycle was stolen in broad daylight tells us the economy is in real trouble. That my bike had completely disappeared from a locked rack deeply shocked everyone in the neighborhood. That bike thefts in this area have tripled in the past month means no one can afford to be careless anymore. That the officer listened carefully and filed the report immediately gave him at least some hope of getting it back. That so many bikes have gone missing from the same street lately suggests that this is not a random act at all. That the thief appeared on 3 separate cameras without any attempt to hide his face surprised the entire police team. That her post was shared over 500 times within an hour shows how strongly people feel about this issue. That neighbors are finally coming together to protect each other proves that community spirit is far from dead. That the boy is riding so confidently on a bike that clearly does not fit him raises some very serious questions. That even a briefly unlocked bike can vanish within seconds reminds us never to underestimate the risk for even a moment.